lost my face in a storm cold fear. They bought my voice, then took my tears. When you look at me now, I'm a poster child, hiding all my pain under a smile. And you'll never see me, 'cause that's not allowed. I was born of light, now I'm a shadow of a shadow. But I dream of flying to a sky called me, where I'm singing in the clouds like a freedom banshee. And they're trying to calm me down to the safety of their cage, yet all they have is money, and I've already worked high into myself. The moon plucked me from the dust on their shelf. Can you see me whirling through their bars? I'm warming my soul in a sea of stars, and all I have to do to reach the sky is dream that I kissed all my fears goodbye. And all I have to do to reach the sky is dream that I kissed all my fears goodbye. You should try it, you know, for this land is built under an endless sky. And the key to their cage is the courage. Key to their cage is the courage to fly. Soar high into myself. The moon plucked me from the dust on their shelf. Can you see me whirling through their bars? I'm warming my soul in a sea altitude to reach the sky. Was dream that I kissed all my fears goodbye. And all I had to do to reach the sky was dream that I kissed all my fears goodbye.
Good evening, everybody. Just bear with me. G'day, Lindsay. How you doing? I'm just reconnecting us to a few Facebook pages that it's not letting us on. So how have you been in the last 2 weeks?
It's been a challenging, interesting, busy, rewarding, wonderful, enthusiastic, optimistic 2 weeks, Mike.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Tumultuous.
Yeah.
Anything-
That, of course, doesn't mean it's been without adversity. It's, I mean, life's got to have a little bit of salt and paprika. It's not all sugar and honey.
Yeah. What did you think of, before we get into the subject, what did you think of Trump's speech to the United Nations?
Well, it's that I've not seen many of Trump's full speeches.
No, neither right.
And the thing, I've always had a reservation about Donald Trump, that he is he's a show-off. He's a bit of a bully.
Oh, yeah.
And his tendency to hyperbolize, to say, you know, nothing's ever been this good. People have said they've never seen anything this big before. No one's ever achieved anything. I can see why people hate him, because that we don't like show-offs, and he's a show-off.
Yeah.
But in general, I think he was speaking truth. I mean, I'm a reserved fan of Donald Trump. I'm a conservative at heart. I would much earlier in my life I would have described myself as a genuine liberal, and that's now been stolen by the radical left. So I've now intellectualised my way into conservative thought, but I still have liberal tendencies. And I think that's where Trump's at. The fact that he doesn't take a salary as the president of the United States, the fact that he's one of the few presidents in modern history whose wealth has crashed each time he's been president. Every other president has made a mozza every time they've been president. I heard a woman tell a story about before he was president, just when he was famous and a billionaire, and she was in trouble and she was walking through the streets of New York weeping. And this guy stopped her and said, "Are you okay?" And she realised it was Donald Trump. And she said, I'm in real trouble. I don't know what to do. I've got money troubles. And she said he comforted her and he put his arms around her and he gave her encouragement. And as she walked away, he said, "Shake my hand." And folded up in his hand was $100 note. And he just walked away. Gave her $100. Now, I don't know whether that's true. I've never heard. There's no way to validate it. But it just and one of the things that I think you and I are going to touch on tonight is the topic of congruence. That if it looks like a duck and it acts like a duck and it walks like a duck, you'd be stupid to think it's a hippopotamus. And I think that's what the left appears to do with Donald Trump. They want him to be a hippopotamus, a big, fat, ugly beast that stomps on people. And elements of his behaviour are bombastic and self-aggrandizing and almost embarrassingly self-promoting.
But he kind of pulled it off. He's just got this ability to pull it off. I couldn't do it. If I was sitting going, I'm the best podcaster, I'm the best. Ask my mum. She said, "Oh yeah, Michael's the best." I couldn't pull it off, man, but he can pull it off. And if they get him on a lie, it's nothing phases him. Now, I just show you this one thing before we move on. This is it here? We've got this video of him that what the F boys use. I think it's in Brad, and we just love it. But watch his
they don't know what
as
the
he walks
fuck
off.
they're doing. Do you understand that?
That casual walk. I mean, I'm sort of like agitated because I just got into Sydney through the traffic. I'm agitated. He's the king of the world, and he's just walking like it's nothing. I just find it entertaining,
But you've got to imagine somebody with Trump derangement syndrome watching him do that, and that really would be kryptonite to a TDS sufferer.
They hate his
and
guts.
And I'm actually, with some apprehension, I'm looking forward to the subject of hate as being the thread around which
they hate his guts, and this is what we want to talk about. What we have seen in the last few weeks after Charlie's death is the Jimmy Kimmel thing, where Jimmy Kimmel was basically hating online and got cancelled for it. And we're seeing the haters against Kirk, I think, Charlie have sort of backed off because they realized they could lose their jobs. But they felt that they were allowed to hate. They were dancing on his bones.
Just
so just using that as a small example. I saw people going, "Oh, he's dead," But just almost finished. He was just using it as an example. But what it makes me, what I wanted to talk about tonight about this, or just hear your thoughts, is we're not born with the ability to hate, as far as I know. There's fear and love, but we seem to embrace it at some point. And some people, it's like a cancer in their souls. They can't get past it. They just have these things that they hate to the grave, whether they make sense or not. So what are your thoughts on where should we start in this discussion on hate? I'll give the floor to you. G'day, Steph.
The very first thing that I want to address from a psychological perspective, and we need to just reassure everybody, this is not individual psychological advice. This is general psychological advice.
Yeah.
If anyone feels they need to take the advice of a psychologist, they really need to go out and pay somebody, not go online and try and get their personal advice for free from somebody who's having a conversation with some raggedy ass dude living in a bus. So, and now, see, yeah, who could I possibly be talking about, Michael? And the thing is, I'm confident saying that because I know you won't hate me for it, because you are confident enough in yourself and in our emerging relationship to know that if I did say something hateful like that about you, you would know I was doing it from a jocular, well-intentioned, loving perspective. I'm not. I'm assuming that you're relatively bulletproof. That you're not.
No, I'm not fragile. Does that sound better, guys? A lot of people complaining about the sound. Does that sound better? Yeah. So there's tonight.
Is it you or is it me?
Anyone who couldn't hear me, we're talking about hate today because the hate is consuming the world. Politicians and MSN are pushing it. We have, riots in the street, the Palestinians and all. There's just hate everywhere. And I'm just interested in where it comes from because we're not born with it. So sorry to interrupt you, Lindsay, but now my mic's working.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about is the use of the word cancer. I'm not comfortable referencing it as if it was a physical disease that is ravaging people. So out of sensitivity for people who are genuinely battling cancer and having had a cancer diagnosis, I know how devastating that can be.
Lindsay,
Lindsay, I would rather.
I'm going to shut us down and start us again because everyone's saying that the audio is so bad they can't listen to it. In the thing here.
Okay, well, are you sure it's not my?
No,
I'll use a different microphone. It's both. Okay.
I'll grab another microphone if you want, but I'm going to shut this one down, restart it, and send you a new link. It'll just take me 5 minutes and see if that'll fix it. See you in a bit.